And check 1, 2. Alrighty, awesome, great stuff. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, well, this is the, I guess, review introduction you guys have been waiting on. So, what the heck is on my screen? Well, this is a program known as BookMap. This is something I've introduced into my trading that has, to be dead honest, made my life much easier when it comes to doing market identification as far as support, resistance, and where we're going to see some realistic levels in this. Now, it's something that allows you to see market liquidity. And with that being said, when you're able to see market liquidity, you're able to know, okay, well, why isn't this candle breaking a certain level? Why isn't the price of a stock breaking this specific level? Well, that's because we have a massive amount of orders either above or below it, which is then causing it to not break that level. And as well, you can see that when we have a massive order fill come in, either a buy to open or a buy to close, sell to open, sell to close, then we can suspect something to occur. Now, Bookmap allows you to see that. One very important thing I must get out: Bookmap is not a broker. They are not a data provider, but a data resolver, I guess would be the best way to put it. You have your own data feed. It pipes into Bookmap here. And while Bookmap does have one-click integration with many other brokers, they themselves are not a broker. What they do is they take that data that you're piping into their system, and then it's giving you a visual representation of where all of those orders are sitting. Now, they integrate with many, many, many different platforms. Now, the first ones that they do one click with, you'll see that I have Transact set up here as my broker. I use Infinity Futures, and I'm absolutely ecstatic with them. Patrick and the team over there are great people. But let's say you want something that's a little bit more detailed than full book. You can get what is known as MBO, which is market by order, if I remember the acronym correct. And that's actually going to show you a lot more information, but we'll go into more detail about that in another video. But you can get that through Rhythmic. Now, if you have a specific data provider, you can simply hop over to the Bookmap website and go to the integration tab, and they're going to let you know who they integrate with, both with data feeds and with one-click brokers. So you can simply have up one platform right here, see the chart that's coming through, and then make your trades. Now, you may think, oh, this is only for futures. I don't want to do any of that future stuff. Well, sir, you'd be incorrect, or madam. Right here you can see I was actually messing with GENE the other day before we had that halt, and now we can see some sitting orders on that. This is supposed to halt on Monday. And then also we made some trades in the pre-market here with Boxel. I was calling out to the team this morning watching this 420 area, and we could see we tried to make it up there, but we did not have the fills, the liquidity fills, the participation to drive us up to and break that resisting structure. So we failed that resisting structure and made our way back down here to now where we have a lot more liquidity sitting right here, resisting price to come up. Think of it this way. This is individuals, banks, firms, people, computers, all the orders currently on the book sitting right here. The darker the color, the more participation. Now, I get a question all the time recently. Can we see if it is a buy or a sell? No. But you got to remember, with every order to occur, there are two parties. You cannot have a transaction occur unless there are two parties. Every buy needs a sell, and every sell needs a buy. So, if we know there are people wanting to participate, they're wanting to do business at this level, then it's an area we should pay attention to. Now, it's not just people who want to do business there. It's people who wanted to do business and then they pulled away. This gets into a whole nother concept of the trading, and we will discuss that in a later video. But If we have some area that was acting as resistance, either for a bullish or bearish trade, and then now that area has been pulled, there's nothing to stop price to go through that area. So if we get up to that area, we get a lot of fills occurring in their buy to opens. If we're looking for a bullish trade, their buy to opens, then we're going to be looking for that stock to go higher. How do you even know if it's a buy to open or a buy to close or anything like that? Well, one, you have to take into retrospect the overall structure of what we're seeing. Are we in an uptrend? Are we in a downtrend? Are we at a strategical resistance area based on the chart? Is there a report that just came out? I made a mistake today. I forgot about the Michigan Consumer Sentiment Report, and we had that move on the ES today, and we had a lot of volatility from that report coming out, and I got wicked out of my trade because I had risk parameters. Completely forgot that news report came out, but I did see all of the participation due to that report. And being in part that I saw a lot of participation going both ways, I didn't know what exactly was going on, even though I actually had it on a secondary screen. It was pretty funny in the community there. We were talking about it. Even though that was all set up, I was able to see that, whoa, something big has occurred, and I don't necessarily know what it is. So I'm at a disadvantage. Remember, we only want to be into a trade when we have an edge, when we have an advantage. Well, if I've got the market going all kinds of different ways and I have no idea what's going on to cause all of that, I am no longer at an advantage. I no longer have an edge. So that's one way you can work with it. If you use specific things such as the Ichimoku or the TTM squeeze and you're waiting for a specific amount of consolidation to no longer be occurring on the books, then you're able to see that with everything here. So let's say, for an example, you're looking to trade Boxel here, and you see on your TTM, man, we've got a lot of tight pressure right through here. Hop over to BookMap and you can see, oh, not only do we have a lot of tight pressure, but if we're going to fire to the upside for more confirmation into the trade, I want us to break a specified area. This gives us confirmation into that trade more so than just a simple set of indicators on a chart. We can see live orders that are on the book. Now, they have a lot of different awesome tools. They've got an algorithmic based iceberg tracker. They have alert systems. They even have a self-programmable interface. So if you've got specific indicators and stuff like that you want to put together, you can actually add that in there. That's part of their API and all of their other coding aspects in there. We can go into that in another video. What else do they offer, though? So you see all these volume dots right here. Let's say the volume dots are a little confusing to begin with. Well, this is volume that's occurred at whatever specific time you've set in, and you can go down to the microsecond in here. But me personally, I like 2 minute and above, more so the 5 minute. Now, let's say you want your candles. Let's just say you're a diehard candle person. Go right up here. Oops. Nope, not that. That's how you take a screenshot. Candlesticks right there. And you can even set them up to how you want them. So now we have each candlestick. You can make them as dark or as light as you need to. Your opacity's in there, and you're able to see that, oh, look, these candlesticks, price came up, rejected. Price came up, rejected, rejected, rejected. It kept rejecting that wall of resistance. Now, you can change the colors on all of these to whatever suits your fancy, but let's say that all of this is too much color for you. You can do one of two things. You can adjust your contrast right here to only show you the most relevant areas, or let's say you want to see everything, you adjust it all the way down, and this is all of the orders sitting there, all the light blue. But more so, we are just focused on the very bright. Now, let's say, again, that's too much color. You can either go to this heat map or IR mode. There you go. Take IR mode, put it to the only most relevant, zoom your chart out. What do you have? Okay, we see big resistance here. We see a little bit of light support here, and we see a little bit of light support there. There you go. You no longer have a bunch of colors that are hurting your eyes if that is something that is occurring. So it's very customizable to the individual. It's a very handy tool. It's very customizable to the individual, and it's something that's going to allow you to see order flow on more than just the futures. It's going to allow you to see order flow on your stocks as well. Now we can see here these orders being absorbed and this candle growing right through here. So those orders, you can see they stayed in here. They didn't pull them away. They stayed in here, and then they made it up to the next resisting point right in here. And now, boom, we're holding. So we got a little bit more absorption. Are we going to break? Are we going to break? Or are we going to fail? There's not enough absorption to take everything off of the book. We can see we're getting into our candle close. Candle closed. We are below that 415 area. New candle is forming. We got some selling pressure coming in. And there we go. So if you were wanting to scalp, you can make that scalp. If you're wanting to do just a 5, 10, 15-minute trade, then you just bring the chart out onto that time frame and look at everything in that kind of a perspective. If you're a fast trader, if you're a slow trader, doesn't matter. You're going to be able to see this stuff in that perspective. Same thing with the ES. Okay, we have the ES right in here. We have our bubbles. We can see that heavy resistance, heavy resistance. All right, they pulled these orders. They took them off the market right as price was coming up right through here. So we got a few fills, and then price came off of the market, and then we dipped out. People realized, oh, that's a fake out. All right, we're coming back in and see if some more orders actually come in to fill us here and push us further. Again, if you want the candlesticks, simply all you got to do, go to the little microscope right there, click on candles, and there you go. That's your candles that we've had right through here. So you can see there's a lot of things you can do with this. Now, as I click on different things, yes, there are drawing tools. So let's say you identify a range like we've had the last couple days. There you go. You draw out your range. When you have your volume dots or your candles above a specified area, you go for your trade or you close your trade, whatever you're looking to do. What else do we got in here? We have our text tool. So looking for break of 3218 for long. All right, awesome. Let's say I want to change the color on that. It's not letting me change the color at the moment. There we go. Change it to blue. I think I have to clear that drawing. Yeah. But you get my point. You're able to adjust this to whatever facet you so desire. Now, there are many, many, many other things that you can do with this, and I'm going to get into that in several of the videos coming through this. One thing you've got to understand that if you do not have a plan, this is not going to help you. You need to have a plan. You need to have a thesis. You need to have a process. This is going to allow you to see true order flow, to confirm your process and enter at even more strengthened and or weakened zones depending on what you are looking to do, go bullish or bearish. I really like BookMap. I'd really like to build up a good relationship with BookMap through there. I like the platform. I pay for this out of my own pocket. This is not provided to me by anyone. I love it. Now, you can find out their rates and everything when you go on the website there. You can try out they have a cryptocurrency one. It's called let me double check it. I do not want to tell you wrong. So the digital is what they call it. That's the free one. It gives you access to delayed data as far as for the stocks and the futures, but it's also going to give you free data to the crypto market. So it gives you free data to the crypto market so you can see how it actually works in a live market. Once you've had a chance to do that, try it out for a month. Do the live one, get the data feed, try it out for a month. Worst case scenario is you're going to lose $50, throughout between the data feed and getting the platform for a month. Maybe a little bit more than that, maybe $60. But it's going to allow you to see how this will or will not assist you in your trading. Now, me personally, I use the Global Plus. I like the Global Plus. It allows me to not only do my trading for crypto, it allows me to do the trading for the futures and the stocks because I trade a variety of different markets. Now, if you're also a currencies individual, yes, you're able to do currencies as well, as far as Euro USD, Euro JPY, etc., Great British Pound, and Swiss. So with that being said, I really do recommend the Global Plus because it gives you access to more things. You're able to utilize them. But if you do not trade those markets, then just do what you need to do for stocks. There's no need for you to have Rhythmic and all that other stuff. You just need Dex feed. And you're able to see all this information on the stock side of things. And then if you ever want to get into other stuff, it's as simple as going to your account, getting up the subscription, reloading BookMap, you're good to go. Tech support, really good. Good support team, quick to work with you. They also have their own style of webinars as far as, okay, this is this, this is that. And they also have speakers as well that come through. Would love to have the team one day do a talk, do a webinar with the Bullish Bears community and have them bring it in and really show what it's all about. But at the end of the day, if you do not have a plan, a thesis, a process, this is not going to assist you one bit. So make sure that you've got all of that information together and then use a tool that is going to build you up as a trader. It's not a bunch of minutia. It's not a bunch of hoopla, anything like that. It's showing you where, okay, this is a relevant fact that is causing inflection on my trade. So with that being said, I think that's going to be the full overview of BookMap itself, what I'm using it for. Look forward to the following videos as far as how I set mine up, how you can set yours up, what type of data feeds that they have, what the kind of pricing is on certain things, and I'm going to get some live market videos as well. Right now you're seeing the replay, which I absolutely love. You guys know that I'm a big component of doing replays, doing your homework throughout the weekend. That way you can go, okay, I reacted like this. Well, it didn't work out for me, or it did work out for me. Let me go back and replay that and see, was I missing something? Let's say you had some trades this week that just absolutely didn't work out. Well, load the Dex feed on the replay. Go back to that day and see, oh man, there was a huge level of liquidity there that I didn't even see. Now, can you see this information on level 2? Depends on your platform. This is a more advanced version of level 2, and this is non-aggregated. So keep in mind that when you use platforms such as the big commons out there, I don't want to get any trouble for saying names, just in case, but much of their data is always aggregated. And what does that even mean? So the data comes into the platform, comes into their servers, and then let's say there was a lot of 50 orders that happened at, I don't know, 8 o'clock in the morning. A huge lot of orders comes through. Well, it looks like a huge lot, except for the fact of it was 15 different people, and they were doing a bunch of small lots. So 15 people at 5 trades a person, that's what, 75 trades? So it's like, oh man, somebody put on 75 trades. No, that was 15 people that put it in. Well, you can choose for this to be non-aggregated. Turn off the clustering, turn off all of that. That way you have raw data. If it was one person putting on 5 contracts, that's what you see. Now, depending on how you have things zoomed right through here, then obviously for space, we can see right in here, we have all these little bubbles. Those are those transactions occurring. But when you zoom out past your microseconds, then yes, it's going to group the bubble in there because you can't physically see it on the screen when you're that far zoomed out. You've got to figure out what works best for you. I personally recommend a combination of 2 or 5 minute, and then for a broad spectrum picture, a 15 minute, and then also using the COB, current orders on the book, and then the CVP and the SVP. These are your volume profiles. Now, a little unknown fact that took me a little while to actually figure out, you can set alerts on this. So let's say you've got to go do something else. Let's say you're answering an email, or maybe you're having a one-on-one with me, or you're doing something with Dan. Then go to Notes, click on Notes, Notifications, enable notification. So when price hits that level, you'll get this little ding that comes through. Now, you can actually write in there to put a note, but I absolutely use it for price alerts. And I love it. It's been great, especially when I'm streaming and doing everything like that. I am able to be a little bit more distracted, focus on the community, but still catch my plays. So definitely a really good setup on there. Anyway, so that covers everything. If you have any questions, concerns, comments, suggestions, you can always shoot us an email at bbteam@bullishbears.com. Make sure to check out the description below. You'll be able to go to the website, hit the contact page, schedule a free coffee chat with me if you so desire. Make sure you check out the course material. We have so much free material to get new traders into this and to get you on the path that you really need to be on. A lot of people jump around, but we have it dissected into a manner. You want to learn swing trading because you have a busy inner life? Okay, swing trading. You want to learn to do directional options? Awesome. You want to learn to do spreads? Awesome. We've got all that. Futures, we've got stock, we've got options, options spreading. Whatever you so desire, it's there. If it's not there and you want it, let me know. We've even got Renko information. I did Renko videos not too long ago for when I'm trading on the currency side of things. With that being said, I think that covers everything. So, as always, remember, your trades are in the history, and I'll see you around. Stay green, peeps.